Welcome in, welcome back. This is the Lower Rung Podcast. I apologize for not being here last week. We took a little bit of a time off, had some conflicting schedules going on. Jacob Williams is in the house.
Let's go.
Jacob? He called me last night and was like, I cannot believe you guys didn't have a podcast last week. I'm boycotting you. You're horrible. You're trash.
Yeah. Deserved.
But he's back. And by the way, we have a newly almost married man in one of these podcasts.
I think it's John.
Yep.
No,
John.
I'm pointing down. I still have yet to get there.
I better get an invitation in my mailbox for that wedding.
Yeah, you guys come on. We're shooting for May 2025. So not the next month, but 13 months. That's what we're going to shoot for. So.
Is it going to be in Oklahoma?
I don't know. We'll leave it open. Maybe we'll do a destination wedding in Austin's backyard.
Yeah.
To come down.
Houston, Texas in May. That'll be fantastic.
Oh, it'll be awesome. But yeah, I appreciate all the congrats.
Yeah, congrats, man.
It went good.
Beautiful.
So she was literally running away from me. I guess it's because I joke around too much. She didn't believe that it was real. Like she thought I was just playing some sick joke. And it was the one time in 2.5 years that I was not playing a joke. And so I was like, quit running away from me. I'm trying to marry you. Like, please. And she just didn't believe it. So, but she said yes. So
it kind of looks like a country song. Like you were in the bed of a pickup,
the
tailgate, fishing, and you were just like, hey, do you want to spend the rest of your life with me?
It's pretty much how it went. I did good. It's probably the one thing I've ever done good on, but it was where we had our first date 2.5 years ago. We've rarely been back since. So went out there, did it. It went good.
Nice. And you reeled her in.
I did literally.
I thought the ring was going to be a little bit bigger because I think it's 3 months salary, and without WCR, you're making like $400,000 a month. So I figured the ring was going to be a little bit bigger.
Yeah, well, without WCR, it's actually $350. So you were close. Yeah, I've been having a really
different tax bracket at that point, right?
Right. Yeah. I've been having to really watch my budget, watch my spending. So I don't know. I'm the real price. I'm the value. So the ring I kind of skimmed on, but she's got me. So
you're sparkling enough, right?
I hope so. I don't know. But
the real question is, which WCR rep's going to be your best man? That's the real question.
I didn't think about that. I have not thought about that, actually. That's a good question. I could get
every. You can say it all at once. John Lee.
Yeah, John Lee's my guy. Yeah, he probably would. Yeah.
He's traveling, so he could get there.
He'd be here. He'd have to stop in for 30 minutes for the wedding and then go to Japan right after. But no, yeah, you guys come to the wedding, come be some groomsmen. We're probably not going to get too wild, but it'll be fun.
Jacob said you should go to PCB, wherever that is.
Paul Blart Mall Cop or something. I don't know what that is.
I feel like I should know what that is.
That's in Florida for sure.
It's Panama City Beach, which I like. That's pretty fun. Like I said, I don't get wild, but me and Mike went down there last February when we did our window cleaning world tour with Uncle Mark Tanner. Stopped in PCB for a few days with Jacob, hung out, fished at the ocean. That's one way. So Jacob is good at pestering everybody and making people mad. One way to make Jacob mad is if you call the Gulf the ocean, he gets so angry. And so we realized that, and we just kept saying, oh, the ocean. Look, there's the ocean. And he was legitimately angry. So, yeah, see, he's in the comments right now talking about Panama City Beach. It's on the Gulf. It's the ocean. It's okay.
First of all, he's on the good side of the Gulf. Come down to the Gulf of Mexico on the Houston side. It's trash.
Yeah.
Oh, it's garbage. It's so bad. My neighbor said it's Daddy Scrub-a-Dub-Dub. That's my new Reddit name, by the way.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty catchy. I went boring, I think, with mine.
I didn't realize like Reddit was a thing. I've never had Reddit. So when we got pro window cleaning on Reddit, I was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I've no clue. I didn't even set one up.
I used it for sports stuff.
Jonathan's in the chat. What's going on, dude? Him and his brother, they are extremely successful youngins, if I had to say the least.
Yeah.
Like This dude's got like a single cab dually with a full soft wash skid and everything, and like has like a F-350 as his personal truck. I'm like, man, like, do you need another brother? Like, I need to hang out with y'all.
Real.
Like,
yeah.
Good
That
setup.
sounds awesome. Man, I've been seeing, who was it? I don't know if it was in pro, but it was probably a month ago. It was like a 14-year-old kid just bought some giant new truck for his work truck. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Like seeing all these kids that, that's what I was wondering. And I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. I'm like, man, it's cool seeing it's not just everybody knocking on doors and making TikToks, as much as I like TikToks, but there's people like legit grinding and actually getting some work in, and it's awesome to see.
So, window cleaning world tour, was there some sort of like vlog that went along with this at all?
Nope, nothing.
Okay.
Mike may have made a TikTok or two. I don't know. It was me and Mike drove down to Panama City Beach, stayed with Jacob for a few nights, and then we went down to West Palm with Uncle Mark Tanner, and then cousin Eddie Stewart flew in as well. And so It was a ragtag group of window cleaners. It was a lot of fun. I want to go back again. Oh yeah, it is Mike's birthday. Thank you, Jacob, for reminding me it's my dad's birthday.
Wow.
Shout out to Mike. Shout out Big Squeege. Happy birthday.
You know,
411.
Well, the crazy thing that, speaking of Eddie was talking about the solar eclipse or whatever. And Chris, I feel like, just goes somewhere and doesn't tell anybody. Like, I saw on Facebook that Eddie was like joking, like, hey, you should come see the eclipse with me. He's like, hey, actually, I'm like in Dallas. I'm just like, dude, I'm so close to Dallas. I could have said hi. We could have hung out. And he just like didn't tell anybody. Just flew to Dallas and just flew home.
He must have eclipsed you on the way.
Yeah, I don't want to hang out with that guy.
They say that real G's move in silence like lasagna. You know what I mean? So that's probably what he does. He doesn't want anyone tracking him down. He's a real G, apparently. So
I found out that he does those. Him and John Lee, they do those transit train trips. I don't know what they're called.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Amtrak.
Yeah. Apparently those are cheap, and you have like your own room and like kitchen, and you're just on a train.
Well, they're also faster, which is a huge benefit.
I don't know if Jacob's trolling you about your hat. Isn't he Mets guy?
He is a Rangers fan, so he might be a Mets fan.
Right.
But most Rangers fans are Yankees fans.
It's so confusing. I don't get the whole I have 8 different teams and they're all in 4 different countries. Like I'm Dallas, everything. I'm becoming a little more of a Thunder fan just because we're so close, but I don't know. Jacob's like here, there, and everywhere. I can't do it.
Yeah, I guess it's easier these days with how you can get sports packages and watch any team that's out of market. With being in New Jersey, or at least where I'm from, they only had the Devils, so I was Devils, and then kind of got into baseball and wasn't going to be a Yankees fan because they're kind of boring and it's easy.
What made me mad is, apparently I didn't know this. I thought, which they are, that the Athletics are moving to Vegas. Their AAA team's already in Vegas. Apparently, their major league club is not moving to Vegas until 2028.
Right. Because new stadium. They're going to play a few years in Sacramento, which is weird. But
I didn't know this. So like now I was so excited to like get some new A's merch and be a Vegas guy. And they're like, yeah, that's going to be in like 4 years. I'm like, oh, I'll forget by then. I'll just be their AAA fan.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe
Tigers and Timberwolves. So Lions, I assume you mean Detroit Lions, Detroit Tigers.
But then Minnesota, so not a Pistons guy.
You have to love the Pistons because of the what is it, the Malice in the Palace?
One. I always liked Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups.
I only know sports references from after 2010. So
right.
Know what that
is. So you've got no idea.
Yeah.
All Jacob you know is
who's the winner of the giveaway? Zane, take it away.
So, thank you everyone for all your submissions. It was awesome. I will say, maybe we can do runner up for the absolutely most disgusting video. Would have been a tie between Tyler and Jacob. Both of those were insane. Tyler almost caused like another COVID shutdown on pro window cleaning because how gross his video was.
Did
That
he
was
drink
awesome.
dirty Dawn water?
I don't know what the water was. I'm hoping it was clean water placed into the dirty receptacle. And
I don't think it was.
But
Tanner,
I don't know. Uncle Mark is here. Hello, Marcus. How you doing?
I have an Uncle Mark.
Marcus.
Yeah, I'm glad. Tyler, yours was awesome. I almost threw up in my mouth. But as far as our favorite, there was one, a little risky business slide in the socks all the way down the kitchen island and popped it. It was pretty sick. So let's get a nice little first giveaway drum roll for Miss Ashley. Oh yeah, we got a sound. Is there a drum roll sound?
Do you have that?
Okay, that was close.
Close enough.
Give it up for Miss Ashley Porteous with Window and Solar Ninjas. She's gonna win the giveaway.
Golf clap.
First golf clap masters. Let's go. Fitting clap. But yeah, that was an awesome video. Thank you for all your submissions. We're gonna definitely run it back and do some more stuff, giveaway wise. But yeah, it was awesome.
We're gonna have to let Jacob win one of these.
Jacob, yeah,
and that was tough too because all the submissions were pretty awesome, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
so
they were all good.
It was a high bar, really.
Jacob, for second place, Jacob and Tyler, I will mail you one of my new ZAYNE Window Guys stickers. How about that?
Sticker.
Rigged and
you got your own stickers?
I did get my own stickers. Shout out to WCR Print Department. You want me to see if I can go
get a ZAYNE sticker?
Here, let me find some.
Oh, yeah,
I'm dropping stuff.
Debut those.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, with so with sports references, I'm 2010 and on.
I'm
just kidding. Did you do anything crazy during the eclipse?
I worked.
Yeah, me too.
Crazy. I was doing an apartment complex, and we were doing the breezeways, and I'm inside the breezeway, and it just got really dark, and then I just kind of walked outside, and everybody was outside. But the thing that got me was, do you know Sebastian Maniscalco, the comedian?
Maniscalco, yeah.
Maniscalco?
Yeah, one of those guys. He
he's the guy that talks like this.
Flew to like Dallas or Austin, rented a hotel room for way too much money, and saw the eclipse for 10 seconds. Like I don't get all the hype. Like I know like the rapture was supposed to happen and aliens were supposed to come out of like the Euphrates River, and none of that happened. So I don't know.
I think the hype is in the reality of what happens.
Right.
I was super excited.
I liked it.
I was listening to the radio during the eclipse in my little headset deal. And that day, the radio station, it was one of the disc jockeys' birthday, and the birthday theme was like your favorite conspiracy theory. I'm not making this up. I promise.
Right up your alley.
And I got to listen to just conspiracy theory after conspiracy theory all day. It was amazing.
That is great. How come when I look at the eclipse, it's just there? I don't know. That's my man.
That was pretty good. I like it.
You know, anybody who submitted didn't do it for nothing because we all enjoyed the submission. That's what it's about too. It's about enjoying the submission. So it wasn't for naught.
Yes.
Yeah. Jacob, I'm gonna throw you one of those, Jacob. How about that? Shout out to WCR Print Department. Yeah, they came out awesome.
Oh, that's
like really high quality, weatherproof, waterproof vinyl with the gloss finish. I mean,
what do you call that? A squeezy?
I don't know. Shout out to the WCR graphics team. They helped me design that little middle part. I helped do the outside, but yeah,
that is cool.
Don't mind my fingernails that I chew, but yeah, pretty good. So Jacob and Tyler, I will throw you guys some stickers for your valiant effort. You didn't drink the dirty Pepsi for nothing.
Yeah. I'm not drinking nothing out of my silencer, I can tell you that.
Yeah, the silencer was awesome. There were a couple people on Pro that were like, the guys on the podcast are drinking out of fresh, brand new, never used, and they're conning you guys into drinking from dirty soap buckets, and you're going to get cancer and all that. And I'm like, dude, I cleaned mine out. Like, mine had 2 years of use. I still cleaned mine out. But
Drink
yeah, I don't
out of
know.
a bucket on a belt responsibly.
Also, if you go back and look at when we first announced this, I did preface that, we want everybody to be above board. This is, yes, this is new. This is brand new. This was not used. I didn't necessarily recommend that anybody, just whatever you're working with, pour it out and pour it in and drink it. So
legal disclaimer there.
Yeah. I have a feud with any disagreements in those comments sections. So
yeah, I don't know. Mine was used. I did wash it out. I'm not going to be like Jacob, but I respect Jacob and Tyler even more. But I'm somewhere in the middle.
Degreaser in there. Throw some bleach in there. Throw a little some to de-antagonize in it. And soap is antibacterial.
Yeah.
Just the same, too. I am not responsible for what another adult chooses to do on their own time.
I don't know. I feel like you are. You suggested it. Now you will be held accountable.
You guys aren't supposed to turn on me on the phone.
Throw them under the bus.
Oh, man. But yeah, it was a good first giveaway. I'm very happy. Someone said they're going to January 6th the WCR warehouse since they didn't win.
Ouch.
We have security. Better than the
way better security up there.
Yeah.
Just because the warehouse is in New York don't mean nothing, boy.
Nope.
Well, first you have to find the warehouse, which is pretty tough if you don't know where it is.
Half of the FedEx trucks can't find the warehouse.
Right. That's my last giveaway, says Jacob. Dude, come on.
But
now.
we do have that hat that guy was wearing, the hat with the horns. We do have that in the office.
The guy that put his feet on Nancy Pelosi's desk is from like 45 minutes to my north. So the town where Mike was born, that guy is from there. And so we were all like, nice. We have a famous person among us.
They opened the door for him. So, hey,
we're getting into, you may be digging yourself a little too deep of a hole here. Maybe we should cut the
window cleaning
conspiracy theories. Yeah.
Wait, which year January 6th, though? That's a good, consideration there.
Great question.
I don't know what you're talking about. If it was this year, we'll have to look back and what was going on Pro January. I have no idea.
No clue. I hope he's just going to take a nice relaxing tour of the White House. January 6, 2014. That's what he's talking about, I think.
Right. Oh, man.
Was that inauguration day?
Oh, no. Midterm. You're
I
close. We're just window cleaners. We don't know anything.
But if anybody has window cleaned the White House, I mean, they probably let you
have their own crew. You gotta have some
what brand do you think they use?
Unger, of course. All the cruise ships I've been on, they use Unger. I was at an airport one time. They had Unger floor squeegees. Unger's the move, apparently, for commercial.
I had someone a few weeks ago say, yeah, I bought that really crappy Unger, Lowe's, whatever, blah, 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 Home Depot, whatever it was. He's like, I'm not buying any Unger stuff. I'm not doing it. And I'm like, dude, like the Unger stuff is awesome. Like, don't be confused just because it's available at a hardware store. Like, it's really good. And they were not having it. I was like, okay, here's Ederay, but you're not going to like that that's sold at Lowe's, so I don't know what to do. But
hashtag no clip, green clip.
Hashtag green clip.
Yeah, I mean, I always wonder, like, do they do more sales on the Lowe's and Home Depot side, or do they do more sales on the professional side? Because I feel like a lot of people buy both.
Right. I don't know. You'd think that the Lowe's Home Depot type deal is going to be like a one-time thing because they'll buy it and try it out and realize that they suck and they're not going to do a good job, and then they'll call us. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
I don't know. I know a lot of guys that buy Home Depot stuff, and that's all they use. That's legit. Just don't even change the rubber. Just buy another one.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, it's your business, right?
Fair. Yeah, we're not suggesting you do anything. It's your business. You're an adult. You can responsibly clean windows. That's what we're suggesting.
As long as the check clears, dude. That's all I'm saying.
So if you buy your window cleaning equipment primarily through Lowe's, you might see more lows than highs. Next subject, boys.
There we go. Boom. He's back. 1 week break doesn't phase him. He's still hot. Here we
No,
go.
I talk to a wall in my spare time. This is nothing.
Just practicing.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it.
So, one thing that I was kind of wondering, and maybe some other people, and I don't know if we've covered this before, but one topic is, and Zane, this might not apply to you because I don't know necessarily, and you can stop me if we have covered this, but when was window cleaning your first job? This is just a general question to everybody. And, we've covered what, what was it that got you into window cleaning? We've covered weirdest window cleaning, but what was your first job? And Zane, was yours actually window cleaning?
No shot. My first job was actually a movie theater. I worked at a movie theater.
Oh, that's
in high
right.
School.
That's right.
And I was just there a few nights ago too. I'm still in good with the managers, so we clean the windows, get some hookups and stuff. But yeah, I worked at a movie theater, but I'm second generation window cleaner. So as we were growing up, I mean, Dad was always out cleaning. And funny enough, like we would kind of go with him, or I would, and I was like, "Yeah, this is dumb. I don't like it." And then COVID happened, and I didn't have anything to do, and here I am. So yeah. Second job.
Yeah.
So you're saying you put in your 2 weeks with that movie theater?
I didn't even, dude. I got fired. I worked there for like 2 years, and then I got promoted. And they said, "Hey, we want you to be a crew leader." Awesome. I said, "Sweet." I worked my last shift as a regular employee. My next shift was going to be as a crew leader, and then they got shut down for COVID, and I never got to go back. And I was like, "Well, that's fun." So yeah,
I have
2 weeks.
Ironically, 28 days later, you were a window cleaner.
I picked up a
was a
squeegee
movie
for the first
playing
time.
in one of the theaters.
I have 2 funny stories. So, or not 2 funny stories, but 2 stories. My first job, I worked at Chick-fil-A. So
Nice.
Wow.
I went to church with a guy who owned 3 Chick-fil-A's. And basically he was just like, "Hey, heard you're looking for a job. Just come over here." And I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to love working for Chick-fil-A. I love their food. This is amazing." So I go start working for Chick-fil-A, and like the behind the scenes is nothing you would think it was. Like it is so like it's so fresh. I don't know how to describe it any other way. Like you can't do anything there. And like my shift was I had to like refill people's drinks and like sweep the floor and just like all the lower rung part of the business.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Woo! Ring it.
I hated it so much. Like you'd try to like clean tables and talk to people, and they're like, "I'm at Chick-fil-A. I don't want you to talk to me." And then after everyone's had their refill, you're like, "I don't know what to do anymore." So I quit that job. I was like, "This is horrible. I hate it." And when I was about to become a window cleaner, I was working at a warehouse during the day, and I was a server at night. And I worked for that restaurant forever. I think 4 years. And they pulled me aside one day, like right when I was about to quit. And they were like, "Hey, just want to let you know, like, we're giving you a raise. We want you to be in this other position where you're not making $2.13 an hour." And I was like, "Hey, I was actually about to come in and tell you that I quit." Like it was this awkward like thing. And I was like, "Yeah, actually, I'm getting out of here." They were like, "Oh, well, we appreciate it." Like it was very odd.
Right.
So you didn't work Sundays, right? They're closed on Sundays, aren't they?
We had meetings on Sundays.
Oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
It's not honoring the Sabbath, I don't think, but I don't know.
I guess it wouldn't conflict with church schedules, though, right?
No, never. Still Pissed said, "Chris told me to come by anytime." I don't know if he means the warehouse or my house.
Or to the podcast and jumping in on the podcast.
Oh, there we go.
You can come on the podcast. I'd love to have.
We need a guest.
I told Jacob so many times to come on, and he just like leaves me on red. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we'd love to have a guest.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Zane
Well,
was
not that
on another podcast and didn't even mention us. So
I forgot. Okay, I'm sorry. My bad.
He's trying to keep it kind of like clicky and like more niche, like a sort of unknown kind of thing. If you know, you know.
We're the underground pod, dude. We don't want to be mainstream. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I don't want WCR to
We're gonna toe the line.
Yeah, we don't want anybody to buy stuff. We want to stay hidden. We don't want anyone to know who we are. Obviously.
Move my square over a little bit, Austin.
Yeah.
John, what up? Thanks for stopping by. Tyler said his first job was working under the table at 12 at a house barn. I think there's a bar next to my house, the house barn.
I still needed working under the table because you look up or anything, you slam your head.
Dude, I was like, I was tripping because I was like, working under the table. I'm like, what were you doing under there? I was like, I was legitimately, hey-oh. Nice. Man, you guys are, I love it.
A lot of legs. We're
back.
But you get really good at noting shoe brands, you know.
Right.
It's kind of a...
Yeah.
Dude,
my first job...
John's first.
My first job was a server at Johnny Rockets on South Street in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Lots of homeless people down there.
Interesting. Not particularly in that area. But it was before the Occupy. Do you remember that? It was a couple of years before, maybe 3 or 4 years before the Occupy. Because I was in school for a little while trying that, you know, like going to school and trying to focus on that. And then I was like, I need to get a job. And, you know, serving, it really sucked, but it, you know, helped you kind of work your way around chatting to all different kinds of people, I guess, if you can take any positives from it.
I was the worst server ever. Like, I would have so many times where I'd look at the bill and I was like, oh, they put 0 as the tip, but I don't see any cash. Where's my tip?
Yeah.
They forgot.
Yeah. I had a dad and his son walk out on a bill and I ran out, chased them down. I'm like, hey, you forgot to pay the bill. In my like full uniform, you know. Come on back.
What was the result of that? Were they like, oh, you're right, my bad, and they come back? Or
they
what?
did I thought him, you know, they did the like double point kind of thing. And I'm just like, all right. There was one funny story of me. They wanted me to hand out these like pamphlets that would be like a coupon to Johnny Rockets, whatever it was, like free fry or whatever, and single French fry. I mean, no, but
singular.
The same day that they were wanting me to do this, there was a giant like vegan fest or vegetarian fest or whatever. And I'm like, we got like a bunch of people packed around the area, but they don't eat meat at all. And then one of the families came in to eat. And I'm like, just so you know, you can't eat anything here. And they're like, no, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. And I'm like, all right, but you're breaking your, you know, your little vows or whatever you do with the vegan thing.
Right. That's like burgers and shakes and stuff, isn't it? Johnny Rockets, like 50s style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's all, you know, GMO or whatever. It's all, you know, all the preservatives are packed in there. Yeah. Nothing's vegan. Guaranteed.
Dude,
it's all Cisco shit.
Speaking of pamphlets, a buddy of mine invited me to church the other day, and my daughter was gone. So I was like, yeah, I'll go over there. So I go over there, and at the beginning of the service, they said, hey, if you're a visitor here, after the service, stop by our tent, and we have a $15 Visa gift card for you for stopping by. Huh. I was like, can I come here every week, like with a different haircut, or a different hat? Or do you guys have Wednesday services? Or like, how many times can I?
Is there a sister church?
Right.
I had never seen that before in my life. And after, I was like, I don't know if I should go over there. Like, I feel like there's a catch.
There's a catch.
Why are all of our guests always wearing trench coats and they sound like 3 little kids? Like, why is that the only guests we get?
I did not stop by, but I wanted to really bad. I was like, I don't want to talk for the rest of the evening with you, but I will take that $15 Visa gift card.
I would take the gift card and be like, oh my God, this is great. Yeah. Then you would have to go into, you know, confess, and, you know, you could come back out and maybe get another one. I don't know.
I thought about having a
And
little side gig going on over there.
Yeah.
Tyler said, "I
where's
always
the church
have."
getting Visa cards?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hello, Noah. Noah's here. And then Tyler said, "I always have a good 2 truths, 1 lie on icebreaker games." I want to hear that.
Is
He
that
said
'cause
he's done.
server?
I don't know.
Never done that with a table before.
He was under the table, so I don't know. Maybe it's different.
I couldn't have
found-
2 tables when I was serving. If I had 2, I couldn't get like the drink orders from both. I had to like go to one, enter it, come back, and like all my like
Wait.
server friends were like, "Oh, I have 10 tables. I have no problem."
So you handled one at a time?
Yeah. One
That's
time I
pretty funny.
forgot about this customer because we had a 3-story little place, and they were like in the little bottom section area. So I like never went back to them, and like I went down there for something like had nothing to do with anything, and they were staring at me, and it clicked like, oh wow.
What do you do at that point?
Jeez.
Do you go back and bite the bullet, or you just continue forgetting?
I didn't even know what to do. I was frozen. I was like, I didn't even get them their drinks. Why did they stay this long? I would have left. I would have clearly left. Like this guy.
You were frozen, so was there food at the window?
So bad.
Oh man,
I've never served. I've never waited or anything. Now at the movie theater, we would like serve popcorn and stuff, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I've got no like that's the one of the things I'm like, dude, I've got no idea. I couldn't wait a table. Couldn't do it.
Still pissed says he has to order something. I don't know. I think he was talking to me. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Well, we can talk tonight. Yeah, that's what he's saying. I think he maybe.
I'm actually messaging him right now.
Oh, okay.
He referenced me somewhere in one of the comments above.
Oh, somewhere. Where? Yeah, he was talking about you were at January 6th or something. Wasn't that it? That's what I thought. I didn't know.
He said this is the most punk rock podcast. I'm not a punk rock guy. I'm more of a country guy. I'm like a smooth jazz.
I can dabble, depending on what like you're talking about when you say punk rock, because I feel like it's pretty broad nowadays. But
Nickelback is what he was referring to.
Sure.
Dude, can you guys hear the absolute insane sound outside my window right now?
Did I not win that pressure washing bid? I put a bid in on your apartment complex.
Dude, you lost, dude, because they are out here and they're washing. Let me tell you that. I'm like, dude, they were here 40 minutes ago cleaning the outside of my apartment, and I'm hoping they'd be done, and now they're still going at it.
Are they going to clean your windows after?
Guarantee you not. Probably not. They'll probably pull out a water-fed pole and not know what to do with it, but yeah, I don't know.
I had landscapers out back, going at the grass and everything. My dog was going wild today. But with serving, the one thing I guess I applied to that I think helped me with other jobs, which was speaking the language basically of like the people that were at the table, where like you would have to figure out the people that were sitting there and then, are they like, professionals, or are they like, coming from work, are they just like, is it people who are drunk? Because a lot of times we would be working late, and South Street was like a big, like, we were right next to a place called Fat Tuesdays, which was like,
yeah, we have one of those.
Okay, yeah, it's like a chain, and it's like I guess Mardi Gras themed or something, or Louisiana themed to some extent. So it was always like, pretty lit up on South Street. So I remember working New Year's one time, and I had to like physically remove a guy from like trying to attack my manager, and people were like, "Oh, we heard you saved Mark," and I'm like, "I guess." I'm like, was the struck, I'm not the biggest guy by any means, but I had enough and was just like, come on, get the hell out of the building, please.
Dude, when I was in Atlanta for the convention, the bars don't close there until 4. So one night I was supposed to be on chat at 7 a.m. Well, I was at the bar till 4, and then I had some waffles because it was clearly breakfast time.
That's what you do, yeah.
And I think I strolled into the apartment, or not the apartment, the convention center at like 5 or 5:30. And then immediately I had to be on chat. And it was just like the worst experience of my life. That was the only day of the convention where I was like, yeah, no more of this. This was a horrible idea. It was awful.
Yeah. What do they say? Nothing good happens after blank hour. Right?
Not in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah. Atlanta's a cool city, though. I don't necessarily blame you for trying to take advantage of being in that area. They got some good food down there.
Oh yeah, incredible food. That convention center was close to everything. Nashville is like not
so far out of the way, dude. Like
but
so
they have
far.
so much stuff there. Like they have restaurants.
You don't want to leave.
Yeah, you don't have to leave.
Right. Yeah.
It's
I've
all good over there.
I've driven through Atlanta, but never stopped. We like stayed a night in Atlanta, but never hung out. I've gotten stuck in traffic in Atlanta like the 3 times I've driven through there, and it's been the worst. But I'd like to go.
I still
I
can't
went
believe
to a brewery there, Sweetwater, really good.
No.
What were you doing in Atlanta?
Me?
John.
Who?
Oh.
I used to travel for a job that was like it was so boring. It was like inventorying like telecommunication gear, so like old phone boards and stuff like that.
Right.
So we went all up and down the East Coast. Went to Phoenix, went to Terre Haute in Indianapolis or Indiana. But yeah, it was all over the East Coast, Georgia, Florida. Didn't really go up too much towards like Maine or anything like that, but hit Boston and everything. It was pretty cool.
Guessing the pay wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't that great. The cool thing was, I guess, like the amount that you would get allotted for like meals and stuff. That was probably the best because we could go on lunch wherever we wanted and eat dinner and have a pretty sick dinner.
Nice.
So that was probably the best part.
That's kind of like my buddy, one of my friends. I've known him forever. He works for basically NASA and SpaceX, and he does cryogenics. And they'll travel all over the country. He's gone like 47 weeks out of the year. And same thing. Every lunch, breakfast, and dinner is allocated. Every hotel is allocated. His gas is allocated. But he's like, dude, this sucks. Like living out of a suitcase. I mean, he's got 2 kids, so I can imagine. Tyler said he's partied with LMFAO, which
watch your language.
Around anymore? I haven't heard about them in forever.
Fun fact: uncle and nephew. That's what they are. That's their relationship.
Really?
Yep, uncle and nephew. Really?
I thought that they were just an uncle and nephew.
I haven't heard from them in like 10 years. I didn't know.
At least 10 years, though, right? Weren't they popular in like 2012?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Right when the world
that was that time period where they had those glasses that had the like
straight bar. Oh yeah. Like those are weird.
Very weird time period.
Being airlifted from the Colorado mountaintop. That sounds like a good time. I'd love to hear that story. Maybe you should come on, Tyler.
He's doing the 2 truths and a lie. We got to figure out which one of those is a lie. Ooh. LMFAO is too niche. I feel like, I don't know. The mountaintop and the rope could have been from the same experience. So I don't know.
We'll have to dig deeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess the first is a lie. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go with the first one as a lie. I want to hear the answer though.
Although I feel like coming up with that randomly is very
right. That's very yeah.
I wouldn't have picked them.
Which is maybe it's genius. Who knows?
I've partied with Bear Grylls.
Partied?
Yeah.
Were you drinking urine?
It was wild. That's awesome. Never been airlifted. Okay.
I feel like that guy would be like, hey man, you want to party? I got this like copperhead and he's gonna bite all of us. Let's see who dies first.
We're gonna see who can survive long enough with the poison in our body until we take the antidote.
Dude, like those shows, Bear Grylls, Man versus Wild. That's an old one. That's a really good one. Naked and Afraid. Those people are crazy, dude. I mean, I'd take the check for sure, but they're a little weird.
Yeah,
well, the risk is crazy because you don't think about little things like the atmosphere, like the bugs, the humidity. I just need shoes too. I don't know how people are walking around on rocks and shit barefoot. That would bother the hell out of me. But then you've seen people on the Naked and Afraid who like craft their own shoes, which I need that guy with me.
Yeah.
John Starnes said Alone is a great show. I've heard of that show.
Ditto.
I haven't.
It's the best one out of all of those. Definitely.
That's the cold one.
Not necessarily cold, but it's the one where they're like truly like, dude, this like you're out here by yourself. You get to pick like 10 things, which I am a little skeptical because I'm like, you give someone out there a GoPro, how does every single shot looks just perfect set up? You know
how
what
do
I
they
mean?
keep it charged for the weeks they're out there?
I don't know. All right,
So-
never mind. It's fake. It's
Ironically,
fake.
I like watching Alone with somebody. I don't know about
Yeah.
you guys.
I wish John lived next to me. John seems like a really good time.
We have fun. We have fun with it.
Yeah. I think Tyler said he's never been airlifted. I think if you've been slung around from a rope from a helicopter, you have been airlifted. So I think
Nope,
technically
that was an excursion. Excursions
Oh.
are different.
that was for pleasure. Okay, my bad.
Dude, I've been on so many cruises where they're like, yeah, let's go deep into the cartel woods and, pick flowers. And I'm like, I don't know, man. $100 cash sounds like a good deal, but I'm going to pass on that one.
I've never cruised. I want to cruise.
Me neither,
Never
man.
been.
I'm
Yeah,
not
it
a
sounds
cruise
awesome.
guy. Like, after the first day, you've done everything, you've seen everything. Like, a 7-day cruise is way too long. I would do like a 3-day cruise, but 5 days is way too long. It's like you have no service out there, no internet. I'd rather go to like a resort personally.
Right. Do you guys have cruise nights around you? That may be a small town thing, but y'all know what cruise
No.
nights are?
No.
No.
Cruise nights are it's almost like that scene in Cars, which Austin probably hasn't seen because that was 2007. But
They've made a couple of cars actually. So I think
yeah, I haven't watched any of the other ones.
Ford, Dodge. Oh,
They
movie.
they repave the road and everyone goes out and just drives. And so pretty much around here, cruise night is when everyone gets all their old cool cars and you literally just drive up the street and turn around and come back and you cruise and everyone sits out there and watches. And that's the only cruising I've ever done. But
my mom used to tell me about that. Like Main Street used to be a dirt road, and then when they paved it, like you would go all the way to the end of Main Street and turn around and wave at each other.
and come back. Yep. Drive up and down the main strip.
I've heard about.
We got a lot of those around here. Like summertime, that's the move around here. Go to cruise night, sit there, hang out, look at all the cool cars.
John knows what's going on.
John's the man. I like it.
My mom's age apparently, because I've never done that. Like we used to go to like every year we have some carnival or some event downtown, Main Street, Old Town, Tomball or whatever. And it's always like the same thing. Like kids are like trying to sneak alcohol in Sonic cups, and the cops know. They're like, oh, "We're not stupid." Like we used to do the same thing.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, that kind of stuff. Depends on what's going on.
Do you have Sonics up there, John?
Sonics, yes, yeah.
It's a global thing, apparently. Now.
Trying to think, because like we don't have Johnny Rockets, so like you said that, and I was like, I don't know what that is. So it's weird to think like,
that's just like 50s style,
We don't have Shake Shack. We've got a cup. We may have Shake Shack, but mostly we have Steak and Shake, which these are all the exact same things. But
or Smash Burger.
We don't have that.
Oh, dude. I don't have that, but I love that style of burger. That's easily my favorite style of burger.
Like Freddy's. You guys have Freddy's.
We clean Freddy's.
Don't know Freddy's.
Dude, it's like paper thin burgers. Paper thin.
Pretty good. But if I'm gonna have that, I want Steak and Shake because they're like $4, like for a giant burger.
But Freddy's has custard.
Steak and Shake has shakes. It's almost the same thing.
I'm a custard guy, dude.
You guys have Andy's, Austin?
No Andy's.
No Andy's.
No Andy's. Andy's is legit as far as like the frozen custard stuff. I don't know if it's considered custard. I may get shot for saying that, but it's all just ice cream. It's all good.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep. Frozen in a different way.
Correct.
And it's blessed by a priest or something, or a rabbi, isn't that?
Something like that.
One of those.
Right.
But yeah. Man. This is a
But
great
yeah,
podcast.
the only reason I brought that whole subject up of a first job is because I always think about how certain things in a job that would be completely different from window cleaning could relate to things that you're doing now, and it's funny to
Right.
me to see different parallels or things that you like took from an earlier job and that help you out. But
Dennis, what's
it
up? Um,
depends, I guess, what you did.
I
Right.
would say, like, from any job that I've ever had taken to window cleaning or running a business would be the systems. Like every single job I've worked at, like a corporate job, the systems are perfectly matched. So when you start your own business or start window cleaning, bringing in systems helps tremendously. I know I sound like a guru. Like there was a dude the other day that he was posting like this guy made 6,500 in a month by himself, and one of the comments was like, yeah, that's $300 a day. I could do that by noon. Like there's so many clickbait gurus going
Right.
on nowadays.
Right.
It's kind of insane. People are like, I cannot believe he made that
Right.
much money. When you really think about it, it was just like half a day's worth of work.
The thing is, and a lot
Right.
of people will say, we've sold this much in jobs, whatever. We sold $100,000 in jobs this month, and it's like, okay, you may have sold those, but you don't, just because you say, oh, hey, we sold this job, you're not saying you went out and did it. Maybe something changed, or maybe you did an awful job and didn't get paid. Like that's a tricky thing you hear is, oh, we've sold $1,000 every day, and it's like, okay, that's just an agreement. Like you haven't picked up a check, you haven't gone and done the work. I don't know.
And the difference in gross and net is a
Right.
huge difference.
Right.
Like anytime someone tells me they did $1 million in a year, which is amazing, like how much did you bring home? Because the top number could sound amazing, but it all depends on the bottom.
All the right. I don't know.
Like there was a lot of times we were doing $500,000 a year, and it was like you're negative every month, like in expenses and labor and taxes. I mean, it all depends on what you're bringing home.
Yeah.
You're pretty negative, so you can't come at it with that kind of attitude,
Yeah, yeah. You know,
Everything you're talking about is just gross, dude. I don't want to hear
yeah.
it.
Double whammy.
There we go.
There it is. What's your favorite? How do you guys like your burger? That's a good question.
I'm a medium guy. Anything. Chicken,
Okay.
steak, ground beef, medium.
All right.
One time at Rainforest Cafe in Dallas, Texas, I told the waitress I wanted my burger medium rare, and I think that was wrong. I can't remember if you can get a burger medium rare or not. Whatever I said, it was wrong. And
No, that's
so
how most prefer it.
maybe I said rare. I don't know. I said something just really stupid, and I still remember it, and I'm still embarrassed by it. But I don't know. I never
wouldn't
really
be
care
that.
how my burger is cooked. I'm more of a toppings guy. I got to have mustard, mayonnaise, cheese, maybe some bacon. That's it.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. So recently I found out my favorite style at least is the smash burger because it's like thinner, right? And I just feel like it holds the juice and it has a little bit of a like crunch to it. But I
Right.
like a medium rare, medium. I'm not too picky with that, especially if it's just like somebody's throwing on cheeseburgers, I'll take a hockey puck. I don't really care.
Right.
I'm the same way with my burgers as I am my steak. Throw it on the grill, 30 seconds, flip it over, put it on the plate. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Just warm it up a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
And Dennis
Exactly. It
said,
just needs to be seasoned decently.
Dennis said a lion doesn't have to tell everyone he's a lion. Everybody already knows. That's correct. The people that are on Facebook all day long, I have a hard time believing everything they say. Like if you
I
were
think there's
not
a
on,
lot of people lying.
yeah, there's a lot of people lying.
I love it.
Man.
And it's like, who are you trying to impress? Like everybody's, I mean, obviously having success and showing that off and like, that's one thing, but when you're trying so hard to gain the attention and want everyone else to praise you, like it's just kind of weird. Like, man, go, like put in a hard day's work and be happy with yourself. You know what I mean? You don't have to have everyone to validate how good you are or how much money you make, stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me.
There are two competitors in my area that fight all the time on Facebook. Right. And I'm like, dude, both of you have too much time on your hands. Like,
yeah,
if you're on Facebook just arguing all day long, you're clearly not getting anything done. And I think that's a great reference. Like, if you're truly busy, if you're truly getting that work in, you're not on Facebook all day. Just like,
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're on TikTok like me.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. So much social media, which, I mean, I don't know. And it's kind of a two sides to the coin type deal. It can be a really good thing. I mean, we wouldn't be live right now if we're not social media, but at the same time, it just blows everything out of proportion and everything has to be perfect. And it's just not real. People forget that.
Oh man, the gurus get me every time. Like, if anyone tells you to buy their course, leave immediately. Like, they're lying to you.
Yeah.
I don't like overly motivational shit.
No. You're gonna make $100,000 if you pay me $4,000. Like, I'm a little lenient.
Right.
I'm a little worried about that.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something, and I mean, if you're motivating yourself and like, some people need that kind of stuff, and I think it's important for some people to have, but like people who push it onto others, I think is kind of
right.
It rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, Dennis said people are selling courses and they've been in the business a year. Like,
right.
I'm not gonna name any
names, guys. I gotta tell you about my course here.
Like, I just feel bad for so many people that don't know anything. They've done no research, and they're like, "Oh, well, this is the course to buy," and it's just like, dude, you
I don't know if you've heard of this product called snake oil, but I have a couple of products.
I've been meaning to ask you about that.
Yeah.
We're back with the teeth. Noah said Zane makes a course on showing teeth on podcasts, and I do.
Hey, as long as the check clears.
Yeah. Hey, 2,000. Just DM me teeth, and I will send you my program about how you can show teeth on your podcast and make.
Just make sure you do it at Truth Hurdy.
Right.
I think
perfect
I made
time.
that joke before.
Multiple times. Yeah. 2:30.
And all sales are final.
It is good.
Yeah. It's a secret. I mean, not everyone has these pearly whites, pearly yellows that they can show on the pod, so been a minute since we've
door to door tactic, just a smile. You got that 32 right there.
Yeah. This if someone opens the door and they just see me doing that, like, it's over. It's over. Whatever I want them to buy, they will buy.
Sale.
Easy. But yeah,
you don't even need to say anything. You just like, and just smile.
That's how I'm so rich. This fancy luxury apartment I'm in. All that moolah from teeth.
The high rise with the balcony. We've seen the balcony.
You don't like to do your podcast from your mansion because people get a little jealous. So you know.
Well, Steve-O bought my old mansion, and that's how I was able to move into this one. So.
Dennis said, would you guys suggest capping off the inlets and outlets of the RO system? Would it help keep the membranes from drying out? I don't think you should cap anything unless you're putting it like in your truck or in your car from like leaking. It's good to cap them from leaking, but just leaving them how they are, it's not going to dry out. I mean, obviously don't go like more than 2 weeks without running water through it. I always tell guys, if you're not running your water fed all the time, every Sunday, just run some water through it. What I do, since I don't clean every day anymore, every Sunday, I'll go turn it on, make some coffee, come back, turn it off. Just keep those membranes saturated.
Yep.
Love me some coffee, man.
We're getting a lot of coffee shops popping up near me. I mean, like coffee shops and car washes, dude.
The car washes are stupid, dude. We're getting so many of them. I don't get it.
I did a job for a guy who owns 3 of them, and he was breaking it down. So I quoted all 3 of his car washes after we cleaned his house. So he like put me through everything. All of their soaps are concentrated in like 55-gallon drums. They have gigantic reverse osmosis tanks, DI tanks. And the dude said, I think they clean 600 to 1,000 cars a day.
That's crazy.
$20 a pop a day, dude. Like,
yeah,
Damn.
he was doing pretty well for himself.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I need to buy a car wash. How much is that down?
Like, for real.
Yeah, really. I heard it's a wash though.
Yeah, it's right here.
Well, and they're both all the drive-throughs. Like coffee shops and the car washes are all the drive-throughs. So like we're getting a ton of 7 Brews. I don't know. Do y'all have scooters where you're at?
We have scooters, 7 Brew. What's that other one? Perks. We have a lot of them.
Yeah, we don't have that one. But yeah, the car washes and the coffee shops are popping up everywhere, and they are all drive-through, which is, I don't know, good for them. They're obviously making a lot of money if they're able to build all of them. So
yeah,
the drive-through is coffee, or the coffee is drive-through. You're saying?
Yes. Yeah.
Huh.
And the car wash is, I mean, it's pretty much automated. Like you have employees. This one guy said he had 81 employees for like, I guess, bringing them in, taking them out or whatever. But
right.
I mean, pretty much everything's automated. That has to be super simple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're using a touch screen, if anything, right?
Yeah. Super simple.
I mean, it sounds like really, really profitable, but it's not as profitable as window cleaning. And if you want to find out why, just shoot me a DM and I'll give you my program.
And buy 10 grand worth of my equipment. And
yeah, please.
I'm just a good guy, is all I'm gonna say.
Dennis said Starbucks is really cheap on their cleaning. That is true. The Starbucks near me, Dennis is local. There was a Starbucks on Kirkendall and Huffsmith or something. Their entire building was Kermit the Frog green. So I gave them a bid, and they were like, no, "We're not paying that." And their window cleaning, my lowest bid was like $100, and they were like, "Oh, we have a guy that does it for $32, just walls of glass." I was like,
"Call him."
Can keep that.
Yep.
Not doing it for $32. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think anybody cleans the Starbucks around us. Like, and I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. They're always all really gross. So
yeah,
I don't know.
they're super cheap.
What's up, Xavier? It's my guy. He put in a great submission too for the giveaway. His was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was nice. A good one.
But, yeah,
very creative.
We got a ton of submissions, man. I was happy. It was really cool to see. But we'll think of some more.
And we don't have to stop now. We can keep this throughout the year. This is a 2024 thing.
I didn't think of something as cool as the one that we just did there. So I'm gonna keep thinking about it.
Who can eat off of the floorboard of their work truck? Ooh. That could be next. Wow. Responsibly, of course, but
we don't want to all get fired.
It's okay. I'll take the fall. It's all right.
Where does the BOAB come into play there?
Yeah. But yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I'll get thinking seriously on that. If I can come up with something that, utilizes, we don't want people going crazy or doing anything beyond drinking soap. So
yeah. Oh, dude, I just realized I'm not going to be here next week. So
you're going on a cruise?
No, I wish. No, it's gonna be fun. Maybe you guys could have a guest on. Keep it rolling. You don't have to shut down.
Maybe we do.
You don't have to shut down everything just because little old me is gone. But I just realized that I won't be here next week. But
we're gonna be.
I will watch. We're going to a men's retreat in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Gonna have a good time. Get our Jesus on. I love it. It's like 700 dudes all out there. They do a ton of stuff. There's like a shooting range. They do skeet shoot, cornhole tournament. There's fishing. It's at an old church camp, and there's go-karts. And so we just get on the go-karts for like 3 days. It's awesome.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
You guys ever have homeless, mentally ill people mess with you while you're working? All the time.
Yep.
All the time.
I was doing a parking lot one time with my headphones in. Last time, I was cleaning at night. Last time I'll ever do that. I'm
Yeah.
walking up and down cleaning, and this dude taps me on the shoulder, and I'm packing because I'm in a bad part of town. It's night. I'm just like, whoa, hey,
Packing a lip.
Like,
sorry.
And yeah, he was like, I'm security. I'm just making sure you're okay. I'm like, you're security for this church at night at 2 a.m? I don't
God
buy
doesn't
that.
sleep.
Dude, we've got in Austin, you may have seen our downtown route that we have. I don't know if you saw that or not, but when you were up here. But yeah, we got a downtown route where we do like a square block of everything, and it is filled with homeless people, and a lot of them are cool. But this is literally like 3 days ago. I'm out there cleaning, and there's this lady that keeps walking back and forth, and I don't know. I like smile at her, she smiles at me, and I'm like, okay, maybe she's okay. And then I'm cleaning these windows above these 2 doors. And so there's one doorway that's open, and I'm cleaning the one above the one that's closed. And this lady walks up, and she's standing there staring at me, waiting on me. And I'm like, oh, you can go. Like, this door's open. You can go through. And I'm next to it. I'm like, I'm not cleaning that one. You go right ahead. And she just looks at me. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, hey, like, I take my headphones up, like, hey, that one's open. You can go through there. And she starts walking through, and she swats my pole. She's like grabbing my pole and swatting it. And I'm like, what is going on right now? And I finish the window, come back, and then I open the door for her, and she walks in. And then another lady came out, and she's like, well, that was rude. And I'm like, yeah, it was rude. I'm like, what is up with that? But you're just always in for that same store. There's been a guy walking, like pacing back and forth in the street with a butcher knife. Like it gets crazy. So yeah, we pack heavy down that part of town. So yeah, it's very normal though. I don't know.
And if you would like to be a guest next week, since one of our co-hosts is not going to be here, shoot us a message on the Lower Rung Podcast Facebook page. We'd love to have you on.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Dude, we are right at an hour, so I do want to thank everybody for stopping by, being in the comments. Congratulations to the winner of the 12-foot or 16-foot trad pole. It's up to you. So we'll reach out to you on that one, get that shipped out here immediately. But other than that, if you guys have anything to add, we are done here.
I think we're good.
Call us. Give us a call. Ask questions. Place orders. Contact us.
That's what we're here for. We got our numbers on the screen. So other than that, call us, text us, email us, and we'll see you next week.
Perfect.
Later, guys.